We often say and quote the Shema, but it is what follows that verse that tells us how to put it into practice. Hi, this is Barry Phillips of 10-Minute Torah, day 5 of the Yechanan, and I pleaded, let's go to chapter 6 of Devarim, of Deuteronomy, and read verse 4 and 5. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our Elohim, Yahweh is one, and you shall love Yahweh with all your heart, and with all your being, and with all your might. Shema Israel, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad. How easily we have learned to allow those words to roll off of our tongues, and we take it for granted at times what we're saying. We don't really pay attention as much as perhaps we should. To those who practice Judaism, this is every morning, every evening. It is just a part of your daily prayer and pronouncements. Those that have been victims of terrorism have laid bleeding and dying in streets, and the last things to come across their lips, the last words, will be the Shema. It is this verse, this one singular verse, that declares a truth that the world stumbles over. Christianity stumbles over it. Judaism stumbles over it. We stumble over it. It is the linking and identifying of the Father and the Son, Yahweh, our Elohim, and then a second pronouncement of Yahweh. He is the lower face. He is the express image of Yah, and he is identified as one with Yah. He is Echad. The Phillips version, if you will, the amplified Phillips version reads, so hear, Shema, grasp and understand, Israel. Who is Israel? You are the covenant people chosen by Yahweh, full of colors and nations and tribes. Yahweh, he who is mercy and loving kindness, is our very own Elohim, our personal creator and judge, who will repay. This Yahweh, in his second mentioning, is the revealing of the first one mentioned. Yeshua is a mystical and wondrous unity of one, and the first and the last are together. Again, just an expanded on each word here, an expanded version, not to replace what's here. It is a commentary of sorts. Most of you are aware that the Shema has in its formation. The Shema here, it ends with an enlarged Ayin, and Echad ends with a enlarged Dalet, and the two letters enlarged Ayin Dalet mean witness. So in the book of Revelation chapter 12, we mentioned this yesterday, that chapter, but it talks about those that are targeted for attack by Hasatan, or those who have the testimony of Yeshua and keep his commands. The testimony of Yeshua, what is it? That he and the Father are one. That's what he testified to and said was absolute fact. When we look at the following of this verse and verse number 5, there are three focuses that we're told in which we are to love Yahweh our Elohim. First of all, we are to love him with all of our heart. The word here is lavav, and it means your inner being, to love him with your senses, to love him with your affections, the emotions that are recognized by the mind. And it doesn't mean that you necessarily have goosebumps every day as you express your love to him, or a thrill in your inner being. but rather it's this acknowledging that my emotions are toward you. I fear you. I reverence you. I'm passionate about you. I'm jealous for you. I am focusing my will and my purposes toward you because I love you. And I love you with all of my inner being, not just, we think about this heart-shaped muscle in the middle of the chest. No, we're talking about our seat of emotions, our seat of intellectual reasoning and understanding. So I emotionally want to love him, but I also, with reason and with intellect and with focus of my will, I want to love him. It says that we are to love him with all of our being. The word here is nephesh. We normally translate this word as soul. And what we think of as soul is often just theoretical and kind of out there a bit. But the soul references your very breath. So with my living breath, I love you. Father, with my very breathing, just my awareness that I'm alive, that I am animated by your presence, your spirit is in me and it's causing me to function, and I love you with that. It's akin to what Yeshua said in Matthew chapter 5, that those who hunger and thirst after righteousness would be filled. And the soul part of us does reference and causes us to think about our hungering, our thirsting. What is it that we're hungering and thirsting for? Another way of saying that perhaps is, I love you in my yearning. I yearn for you. As the deer pants for the water brook, so does my soul thirst after you. And so there is this craving, yearning, desiring, needing, the recognizing, I need you. I'll be driving down the road or involved in some project, and I'll hear those words come out of my mouth. Father, I need you. And it's not that I just need him to show up and resolve an issue or a problem or give me some understanding. I understand I need you. I'm sensing lack in myself. I'm sensing an inadequacy, and you are my adequacy. You are all that I need, and I need you. And that's an expression of devotion and love to him. And finally, it says that we're to love him with all of our might, our miod, our strength, our force. One way of saying it is, Father, I love you with everything I have. Laura and I have a young granddaughter, 3 years old, and when we're saying our goodbyes, and Laura has done this with all of our grandkids, I love you, and they'll respond, I love you more. Laura says, I love you most. And it's a back and forth even beyond that point. And just the other day, Rebecca, our youngest grandchild, she was getting put in the car and still hollering about how much she loved her bubby. And I love you big as a tree. Yeah. Father, I love you as big as a tree, as big as the sky, as big as I know how to be imaginative of big. One word that is translated there is much. It's not that I love you much. I love you with all my much, if that makes any sense. I love you with all my much today. May the one you adore, the one you call Echad, the one you quote that verse for, may he come and abide with you on your Shabbat in your Shabbat and give you shalom. Until next week, Shabbat Shalom.